That's one thing I want people to understand that I didn't understand first.
Boom shakalaka. I just finished a collab with veteran trader Crypto Lifer. If you want to see the full thing, you can check out the link down in the description on his channel. But today's video, I took some excerpts where he shares things he knew when he first got into trading and some of his top picks for coins this year. Stay tuned.
That's one thing I want people to understand that I didn't understand first. Like when I first bought Cardano, you can be right and wrong at the same time. And what I mean by that is Cardano, great tech, amazing. You're buying the future. Yes. So you get in at 2 cents and you're excited. And when the market ripped and it went to $1.31, and I'm sitting there thinking, well, why would I sell this? I just bought Amazon at, in 1998 or whatever, like this is the beginning. And then it went honestly, it's depressing to see it back at 8 cents again. I was like, really? Like, you're going to go all the way back to 6 cents? I think at one point it was that. I could not believe that, right? And it hit me. I said, Sam, you were correct. You believed in Charles Hoskinson. You found a good tech. It was a great project. It was going to go places, but you didn't understand what overvaluation is. Like, you didn't fully understand what a greased market really can do. And so to tell everyone right now, like, yes, you're probably going to be right. Like, maybe, who knows? I can't tell you. But if you do your due diligence, you do thorough research, and you go thoroughly into everything you're looking at, and I believe you'll find some really good projects that will 10, 20, maybe 50x. But when you're up 50x, do not believe that that's the real value of that project at the time, because like it's an overvalued extended market value that just like isn't real. Yes, you're buying real tech, and you probably are onto something in the long term, but understand to take profits in an overvalued market. So like that's something that I had to come to terms with and mature as a trader, because you think you got it. You did pretty good. You did your research. Now you have to realize that you got to sell that, because yes, you own a piece of history. Yes, you did good on your research again, but you're holding something just way too overvalued due to just the market pressures. So don't fall into the trap like I did and be so stuck on your research, and because you'll be right. Like, you'll probably have picked a coin that will be here 10 years from now and will change the world. But understand that you got to take profits in these markets when they get out of control.
Mm-hmm.
So that, to me, that, because you're sitting there, you're like, but I know I bought, I know I'm good at conviction, and I know I did my research. And so like that, because in your mind, you're like, I know I got good tech. I know Charles Hoskinson isn't going anywhere. I know this is strong, but you got to understand that when things get crazy, it's time to take some profit. And I say it like 3 times in a row, because I just really want people to understand that. So you can't be right and wrong at the same time, is what I mean, because you'll be 100% on your pick, but understand that markets just, so the same thing will happen again. And it comes from the halving. It comes from Bitcoin's halving. If there was barbecue chicken and buffalo chicken at some, let's just say like a buffet someplace, and they were like, the barbecue chicken is almost done, there's only 2 pieces, like all of a sudden everyone would run and like try to get the barbecue chicken. Like, it's weird. If you give kids 5 balls and you make one really bright green one and they're all like a dark blue, within 10 minutes, the kids are going to be fighting over that green ball. I can't explain it. That's just the human. So the second more people understand about this halving and the scarcity of Bitcoin, and the second they keep hearing about how shady the banking system is, and they keep watching incompetent politicians play games, it's just a billboard for Bitcoin. So long-winded answer, but we're definitely going to have, I believe we'll have a substantial bull run with more money, and we'll go, I'm looking at a 5, maybe 5.5, possibly $6 trillion market cap. There's just more money out here, and it's more comfortable for big money to get in. As people are getting ready, I was going to dish out some coins that I was looking at that I believe could 100x. I thought maybe you might have a few gems that you're looking at. And again, not financial advice. These are things I'm just looking at. Crypto Love, maybe researching. But I found this coin Caspa, man. And, the company hasn't paid me. I'm not shilling. I am shilling my own bag. I have a substantial bag of it. And I keep just buying it up. And I've been getting it at a penny and a half. It's now gone back up to 2.5 cents. And it's been on its own little bull run, really, for the last like 4 or 5 months. Like, yeah, it's had retracements, 618 retracements. But if you look at it, it's on an overall uptrend. It's got a really good tech. It's super fast. They've attached like the actual way that it creates transactions is through like pentatonic scale through the scale of the piano. It's
Mm,
pretty nuts. Like where it like goes by octaves, pretty nuts. But
mm,
yeah. So I've been looking at Caspa really closely, and some AGIX coins. Like AGIX, I feel like is kind of an easy winner. Like it's low right now. I believe it could easily get to like an 8 billion, maybe $10 billion market cap, stuff like that. I still grab a little Cardano on the low. You know what I mean? I think we'll go back to a $5 market, $5 Cardano, and at least we'll go past 331 again, like we did when we went over 131. And yeah, but Casper is my main coin that I'm looking at. I definitely think you should look it up. I like
mm,
Casper too, even though they're really related in name, Caspa and Casper. I was
mm.
able to meet the CTO in Consensus. Got a good feel of the team. It's a woman, and I don't know. I just like when you meet the people behind the project and realize how strong and how much compassion they have or passion they have for the project. I was like, man, this thing, I don't see how this thing can't go where it's going to go. Are there any coins that you're looking at that you think, and is this a time, do you start to dive into coins or do you start to DCA? Are you buying in? What's your kind of like quasi strategy here as we get, about a year into the halving?
Yeah, so I do think that now is the time to start solidifying your positions, because now you're going to find them at probably the biggest discount you'll find them at. And I think that's interesting, Caspa and Casper, because those are both ones that turned up in token metrics. Because I use token metrics a lot, looking at the AI picks for that. But also I look at the code reviews. So one of the ways, basically, the reason that I look at token metrics is because when I got into crypto, I knew some crypto, but there was one dude who was killing it. Everything he picked, like 10x, 100x, whatever. It was Ian Bellina, who created token metrics. And the way that he did it was he created a spreadsheet. I mean, this was before AI and before all the apps and everything. He created a spreadsheet and he said, like, here are good coins that we've seen previously. They score highly. They have good teams. They have good technology. They have, all these different things that he would look at. And then he'd take a look at the new coins and he'd say, well, where do these new coins rank? And whichever one's ranked highly, he would invest in those. And dude, they would crush it. And I was just like, people would ask me for picks. And I was like, honestly, I don't really know myself, but this guy knows how to pick out the ICOs. And so that was basically how I picked Matic. He was, I think we were doing a collab or something like that. And he's like, this thing has scored really high on our code reviews. It's one of the best coins out there. And sure enough, did 100x plus. And so what I like to do, and I don't remember any coins off the top of my head right now, but I have been adding them to my monthly top coins, where I'll do like the top coins based on AI and then the top coins based on code reviews. Is if you go on token metrics and check out the code reviews, you can actually see the ones with the best code. And so coins that score over 90% on that are exceptionally rare. It's like maybe 1 in 50, 1 in 100 coins will score better than a 90. And so, yeah, sure, it's not a guaranteed thing. But when they're scoring that high, there's a probability that they're probably going to do pretty good. So I just keep my eye out on those that are that score very highly on there. And that's because at this point, I mean, it's impossible to predict the future. Most of the coins that are going to be exceptional, nobody knows about them right now. They probably haven't even been created yet. But there are some coins that probably have a better chance than others. And I think, at least for me, going with something that's picked out winners previously, that's what I'm going to trust. And then also, like you mentioned, things like Cardano. I mean, that's going to be an evergreen winner because it has a huge community behind it. And I also think, like, look at some of the ones that maybe did very well this past bull run, but not as good as they could have done. Things like Solana or Phantom, things like that could have a second resurgence. It's possible. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that awesome excerpt from the full-length collab I did with Crypto Lifer. You can see the full episode, the full-length collab, by clicking the link down in the description. It'll take you to his channel. Also, free trial to Token Metrics right down there below it. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you all later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.